Hey, how's it going? We're so glad to see you tonight. You have tuned in to another edition of This Week at the Theater, brought to you by the Sacramento Area Regional Theater Alliance. We are SARTA. We're so glad you're here. There's been a lot going on this week at the theater. Oh my gosh. As you can see, if you've joined me before, I got a new camera and I'm going to have to do some background disguising because or get a different backdrop or something. I mean, it's cute in here, but it's not that cute. So anyway, ignore that. Pay attention to the slideshow that I prepared for you because, oh my gosh, do we have a lot of stuff going on this week. This week at the theater. It's May 21st. We're moving right through May. If you have just gotten out of school, nice. If you have graduated, congratulations. We're so proud of you. We've got so many things coming up for auditions and stuff you might just be interested in. And so I'm excited to be here to share them with you. If you have not already done so, please go and visit our website, sarda.com. I had the wonderful experience of being at a theater this weekend and asking somebody how they had heard about a show they were seeing. And they said, oh, I get the SARTA newsletter. I'm so excited by that because you know what? I do one of those newsletters, so you're probably getting information that I have touched, and I am so happy to be able to touch that each week for you. I go out and I scour social media and all kinds of places because sometimes people forget to send things to us, so I go looking for it and I put it in here so I can tell you all about it because we've got some amazing theaters in our area and they're doing some outstanding shows. And you know what? I was talking to a friend about this just a couple of days ago. Theater is struggling, folks. Live theater is really struggling to get people to help sustain it. The larger theaters, the equity theaters, they've got those underwriters and all those folks. It's the community theaters. It's those folks out there who are doing it for the love of theater without pay, who are really struggling. They want to put on great productions too, and they like to put on great productions in front of you. So we do this each week so you can plan your weekend so you can go and see some of these amazing shows that are happening in our area. And there are quite a few. I've gone to see a couple of them already, so I'm excited to tell you about them when we get there. But let's start with our special events. And I really want you to think about what show you could go and support this weekend. You would go out to dinner, go out for drinks, go out to a show. You really get something cool and tangible for that. Because I'm sorry, drinks are gone really quickly, and going out to dinner, you probably shouldn't do that anyway because it's a lot to, take in and stuff, and it could be expensive. But, what do you want to spend your money on? Spend your money on supporting quality community theater. And go see Blood of the Lamb. This is a special engagement that's coming up, and I'm announcing this because it's coming up. It's a special engagement. It's a play by Arlene Hutton and directed by Lindsay Birch. It's coming up in July, so I'll be bringing this back again to talk to you about it. When we have these special events, when the theaters tell us they're doing something special and different, we try and bring it to you right away. So put this on your calendar if you would like to go and see it. It talks about it being a heartfelt and heartbreaking look at two women navigating the vagaries of the law that requires a dead fetus to be carried to term as an unborn citizen of the state of Texas. That's not timely at all, right? How frightening and how disturbing. And for any of you women out there, us women here, we need to be concerned about these things. So yes, theater reflects life, and life can be messy sometimes, but it can also make you think about how do we fix this issue. So put it on your calendar. Blood of the Lamb, coming the 26th of July. They're still looking for directors and producers for God of Carnage. This is a great play. I've seen it before. They're planning on doing it at Placer Community Theater. So that's why they're looking for somebody now. They need directors, producers for their current 2024 season, and it's starting with this play, God of Carnage, and they want to open it in September up at the Auburn, California. So if this sounds like something that would be great for you, please get in touch with them. info@placercommunitytheater.org. Let them know you're interested. Woodland Opera House is still looking for someone, and I've been announcing this for a few weeks now, so this will probably be the last time I bring it to you, so don't sleep on it. If you are a dance teacher, if you know jazz and tap and ballet, theater, dance, if you like working with young children because they want people who can do beginning and intermediate levels, please get in touch with Woodland Opera House. This could be a great opportunity for you. Empire Arts Collective is announcing they've got diversity scholarships available for their improv classes. If you think you'd like to get on stage and do improvisational theater, stand-up comedy, things like that, this could be great for you, and you could get a scholarship to help you navigate that and see if that's something that sounds like a great thing for you. Apply at Empire Arts Collective. That's all about one big word, empireartscollective.org/opportunities. All right, that's all the special stuff that's coming. So, time to get those headshots and resumes together because here come the auditions. There is an emergency audition. They need 3 more people, just three more people for a red plaid shirt. This is coming up really quickly. They're hoping to open in August, but they need 3 more people for their cast. Please get in touch with Main Street Theater Works. They need someone to play Marty, a newly retired English teacher, Deb, Marty's wife, who is also retired, and Fred, who is a friend of Marty and Deb's husband, Gladys's retired husband. So 3 people, Marty, Deb, and Fred. If you can be Marty, Deb, or Fred, get in touch with Main Street Theater Works. They need you. They need you right now. Hummingbird Theater Company has announced its auditions for the complete works of William Shakespeare, abridged. If you've never seen this before, it's pretty dang funny. They're holding auditions May 25th and 26th. You can visit their website for more details on that. That is Saturday, May 25th, and Sunday, May 26th. That's this weekend. It's coming up. I know. It's going by really quickly. So please check out the information on their website, hummingbirdtheatercompany.com. hummingbirdtheatercompany.com. General auditions are happening at Capitol Stage. This is their 20th anniversary season. They're looking for folks for their 2024-2025 season of productions. They're going to be held in Sacramento. They're kind of going around the Sacramento Bay Area with their auditions. They're Saturday, June 8th, pardon me, not 6th, the 8th. Saturday, June 8th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then again at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. At the Clara. It's the Clara Radio Studios for the Performing Arts over on N Street. If you've never been over there, you should check it out. There's so many opportunities for the arts in that building, from music to dance to theater. All of it is going to be over there. And then they're holding auditions again, so that's Saturday, June 8th. And then on Monday, June 10th, they're doing it again at the Clara one more time on N Street. And so they want you to prepare 2 contrasting monologues, timing no longer than 3 minutes total. So about a minute and a half here, a minute and a half here. 2 contrasting monologues for general auditions. Check it out, June 7th, 8th, and 10th. By appointment only. So go to their website, make your appointment for Capitol Stage 20th Anniversary Season General Auditions. Another one that's calling for general auditions is Chautauqua Playhouse. Hang on, because I think I have more to share with you about that one. I have papers to shuffle and everything. Here we go. I knew I had it. And I put my glasses down. Never put your glasses down. Hang on just a second. I will go get... Got him. Okay. So, yeah, you get to a certain age and suddenly trying to look at all this tiny print, you start doing this kind of thing, and it's just annoying. So, Put your glasses on, right? So Chautauqua Playhouse is having a general audition for their 2024-2025 season. They're going to be hosting that on June 19th and June 20th of this year. They are auditioning for folks who will be part of their next season production. Auditions are by appointment only, so you need to make an appointment. To secure a time for your audition, you need to email them. Email them at auditions@cplayhouse.org. That's auditions@cplayhouse.org. Include your name and return email address, and email confirmation will come back to you with your appointment time. Don't just show up, okay? That's rude. Make an appointment. They want the auditionees to prepare a 2-minute maximum monologue or reading, and bring a resume and a headshot, 6 copies, because they're going to be casting for their whole season. So they've got different directors looking you over. So you need to bring one for each of them. So directors from the upcoming productions will be present for the audition. So listen to the shows they're going to do. They've got Sherlock Holmes, Nemesis, directed by Roger Hootman, and Roger's amazing. They've got Scoppin', directed by Sarah Townsend. They've got Roger Hootman's Scrooge, which is a musical, directed by Warren Harrison. If you've ever been to the Scrooge musical at Chautauqua Playhouse, you know it is absolutely delightful. It is one of those holiday stalwarts that we have around here, and we thought we were going to be losing it for a while, but they're putting it back in there. We're so happy to see Scrooge coming back. Roger Hootman doing Scrooge. Then in January of next year, 2025, Twilight of the Golds, directed by Bill Zariello. Then they're going to have Sordid Lives, directed by Patricia Lee Smeltz. In April of next year, they're doing The Boys Next Door, which will be directed by Denny Schofield. I saw Denny just this weekend talking about theater. Love it. And then June of next year, Strange Bedfellows, a musical, will be directed by Warren Harrison. So that's why you need to have 6 different resumes and headshot packets. For the musicals and vocal dance auditions will be scheduled at another time, so don't worry about bringing dancing shoes and all of that. This is an initial casting call. So if you're interested in any of these, contact Chautauqua Playhouse. Make your appointment for your audition, okay? All right, you can take these off now because I can still see you, all right? Oh, and then one more thing. They wanted us to tell you about their live radio series. They're doing Father Knows Best and Abbott and Costello and a mystery theater one. This is going to be June 1st and 2nd, so not this weekend, but the following weekend. So you can go and check that out at Chautauqua Playhouse. These are going to be in person, and if you've ever been to several of our theaters do these radio shows, they are so much fun. You should go, okay? Get your tickets for radio shows, June 1st and 2nd, and don't forget to make your appointment for the general auditions, Chautauqua Playhouse. Sorry about that. Click the wrong button. This is what happens when you're your own set dresser and tech person and copywriter, and you just have to wear all the hats. All the hats. All right, let's see if I can click the right one this time. There we go. Because we want to go to Jekyll and Hyde. We've got auditions coming up for Jekyll and Hyde, the musical. This is going to be with Davis Musical Theater Company. Auditions for this are going to be June 23rd at 7:30 or June 24th at 7:30 with callbacks on June 25th. So a little bit later next month, but don't sleep on it. Put it on your calendar so you remember to save your audition. Go to their website and make sure you get a time for an audition for Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde is such a good story. You want to do this. Come on. The Producers, Broadway classic by Mel Brooks, is being put on also. You can audition for this at Sutter Street Theater. It's going to be Sunday, June 3rd at 7 p.m. at the Sutter Street Theater Annex over on Figueroa Street in Old Folsom. They want you to prepare some music for this one. 18 to 32 bars of a musical theater song that demonstrates your abilities. One of the things that SARTA has talked about is having a workshop so that people who want to go for musical auditions and things like that, how do you select what song you're going to sing? Not just what's your favorite from a musical, piece, but something that really shows people your range and what you can do. We're going to host something like that this summer. So if you don't have something like that prepared, stick around. I'll let you know when that's going to happen. So if you've got 18 to 32 bars of a musical theater song that demonstrates your abilities with the accompaniment on your phone or on a CD, they don't bring sheet music because there's not going to be an accompanist, okay? That's not going to happen. And no a cappella. You need to sing with something because you're not going to do that on stage. You're going to be singing with an orchestra. So bring a headshot and your resume. If you have them, and a list of any potential conflicts with show or rehearsal dates. Conflicts with show dates will not be cast. It's like, oh, my family's going out of town the second weekend of the show. Then you can't be in the show. Sometimes you really need to check the reality of what you want to do. You want to do the show. You want to be a part of it. And this not only goes for people who are on stage, but the stage crew, your sound techs and your lighting techs and your stage managers and your house managers. If you can't do the whole run, make sure you've covered yourself with capable people so that you don't leave the theater in a lurch if you have to be away. And you know what? Just book out that time if you know this is when it's going to happen and you volunteer to do it, because let's face it, it's community theater. Most of us volunteer to help with these things. So if you volunteer to do it, stick to your guns. Stay for that volunteer time. Don't let them down because they're depending on you, okay? So, any conflicts, you won't get cast. So make sure you check that real careful. Don't come up with that sudden trip to Acapulco, okay? All right, cool. Some more auditions. This should be fun. Green Valley Theater Company is doing The Three Musketeers. So if you like a little swash and a little buckle, you can go and buckle your swash with these guys. Auditions for The Three Musketeers is going to happen on June 3rd at 7 in the evening. You can contact them at greenvalleytheater.com/auditions and volunteer. greenvalleytheater.com/auditions and volunteer. Sign up for your time to go down and audition for The Three Musketeers. Start growing your hair out, get your best mustache on. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. You can still do it. I believe in you, okay? All right. And then you can go, as they say, you want to play with swords this summer? They're down to do it. Sutter Street Theater has another production that's coming up for auditions, and this one will be a classic. You all know the story of The Secret Garden, and if you don't, you should. Go read the book. At least go watch the movie, okay? There's several movies, and most of them are pretty good. This is going to be on Sunday, July 7th at 7 p.m. The audition is going to be cold readings from the script. It's not a musical, so auditions will not be done in any accents or anything like that. If you're going to try them, they'll talk about, vocal coaching you on that later on. But that'll be decided after the show is cast. If you ever try to do accents, you want to do a good one, okay? So, what do they want you to bring? Your headshot and theatrical resume, if you have them, and a list of any potential conflicts. Remember, if you have conflicts with the show dates, you're not going to get cast. So, if you want to do The Secret Garden, let them know. Go over to Sutter Street Theater and audition for that one. Or you can go out to Woodland Opera House and audition for Legally Blonde, the musical. This is high energy and it should be great fun. Pardon me. Their auditions are happening on June 2nd and 3rd, which is, again, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So it's coming up soon. This is directed by Andrea St. Clair, and it should be a razzle-dazzle wonderful show. I can remember before we were posting a thing that said they were looking for a dog. They had to find a bruiser. You can't do Legally Blonde without a bruiser. I mean, come on. The dog is one of the actors. More for Woodland Opera House in their Rising Star category, which is their young children. They're having auditions on June 23rd, that's Sunday, June 23rd, and Monday, June 24th, for Children of Eden Jr. This is going to be directed and choreographed by Angela Balthazar. And if you want to be a part of this, these are for children ages 7 to 18. So our young ones, it's going to be wonderfully cute. I can already tell. I've seen Children of Eden before, and it's a marvelous show. Or if you want to do something completely different, you can audition for Mean Girls Jr. This is going to be on Sunday, August 25th and Monday, August 26th. from 6 to 9 p.m. This is going to be directed and choreographed by Andrea St. Clair, their education director, and these are for young people ages 12 to 18. So a little bit older for this group. I mean, you're going to go be Mean Girls, right? And a little bit younger for the children of Eden, 7 to 18. So if you've got some young actors and actresses in your households that want to go out for some of these are wonderful opportunities for them to get on stage. And I think theater for young people, for children, is such a marvelous, positive, self-esteem, self-concept building activity for them. Talk about finding yourself in theater. But let's have some more auditions. Winters Theater Company is having auditions for Romeo and Juliet. And I don't even want to tell you this is a classic, because if you don't know this show, go away. I'm going to take away your theater nerd card, okay? That not acceptable. Not acceptable. Auditions will be held on May 21st and 22nd. So you're saying to yourself now, but today is May 21st. That's right. They're having auditions tonight. But they're also going to have auditions tomorrow night. So if you missed it, because this has been running around on social media and it was in our newsletter last week, that's okay. They're still holding them tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, the 22nd, from 7 to 9 p.m., you're going to have to do a cold reading from the script. Not a big deal. All auditions and performances are going to be at the historic Winters Opera House in downtown Winters on 13 Main Street. This is a beautiful place to have a show, and they want you to come and audition for them. Audition for Romeo and Juliet at Winters Theater Company. All right. Well, if that doesn't give you enough to keep you busy, how about you plan on what you're going to see this week while we go through our Now Playing section? The stage at Burke Junction is opening. Oh, that's not Now Playing. That's coming soon. Darn it, I put it in too soon. Well, this is coming up. It'll open on May 31st and play through June 30th. It's Edward Albee, and Edward Albee is a wonderful, funny writer. The Goat, or Who is Sylvia? It's being directed by one of our own homegrown amazing directors, Anthony Dewan. So again, this is happening May 31st through June 30th, the stage at Burke Junction. Now let's tell you about things that are happening right now, so you can plan something for the weekend. Sorry about that. Try and put it in the right place. Black Point Theater production is actually going to be closing its production of The Height of the Storm. This is the final weekend, the 26th. It's all over with. It's at Black Box Theater, 1075 West Capitol Avenue, West Sacramento. That's a great theater if you've ever been there before. It's a really lovely place to see a play. Black Point Theater Company, The Height of the Storm. This is the final weekend. Also, the final weekend for Wipeout. I can say all that together. The final weekend for Wipeout. There you go. It's going to be on the main stage at B Street Theater. Closes on the 26th. Go and see this if you haven't seen it already. You need to get down there. This is your last chance, okay? Lots of stuff closing this weekend. Our Resurrection Theater is presenting its production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. This is always a fun show. They opened just a few days ago on May 17th, and they'll be playing through June 9th. I'm planning on going and seeing this one. I've got a couple of friends in this show, and I want to see what they're going to do. It should be great fun. It's such a wonderful story. This is probably one of my favorite Shakespeare pieces. I like this, and I like Taming of the Shrew. Kind of dated, kind of sexist, but that's okay. It was William Shakespeare. This is 500 years ago. I mean, you know. They had a very different view of women and theater and life and all kinds of things back then. So, A Midsummer Night's Dream, a very enchanting, wonderful tale. Again, playing through June 9th, 2509 R Street in Sacramento, at the R Street Complex. I need to brag on this one for a moment. I had the privilege on Saturday of going to see Cry It Out. This is going to play through June 2nd, so you've got this weekend and the following weekend, and then it's going to be gone. This is down at Capitol Stage. It was wonderful. Oh my gosh. It opened on May 1st, and it's gotten rave reviews. This is one of those shows that they're doing. It's sort of a more modern thing to do now. They're doing 90 minutes. No intermission. You come in, you sit down, and you just get absorbed into the show. and then it's over, and you can think about it and wonder about it and go, oh, wow, that was amazing. Yeah, Cry It Out by Molly Smith Metzler. You need to go and see it. It was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Davis Musical Theater Company's Young Performers Theater, these are our little ones, are presenting their production of Madagascar, a musical adventure junior. So you know the cute factor is just dialed way up on this, because you've got all these darling little kids out there dancing and singing. But they're only dancing and singing through this weekend because it closes on the 26th. So if you want to go and see this, it's playing on Saturdays at 2 o'clock. And then in the evenings, Friday and Saturday evenings at 7. So you've got some 2 o'clock matinees, you've got some 7 p.m. shows. Go see Madagascar, a musical adventure junior. And now if you want to see something completely different, I can brag on this one too. This is called Ride the Cyclone, and it's being presented by Green Valley Theater Company. Oh my gosh, what a show. I know this sort of became like the sensation on TikTok, and everybody was talking about it. I asked a few people when I was at the show, how'd you hear about this show? And they're like, well, my friend is in it. Oh, I saw it online. Oh, I heard about it on TikTok. It made the rounds, and now that we're doing it here, people are coming in droves, and I can tell you with great confidence, they're sold out this weekend. So if you didn't get your tickets already, you better get your tickets for the following weekend, because that's going to be the last weekend. Ride the Cyclone by Green Valley Theater Company. It's directed by Christopher Cook, and it's playing right now at the Cal Cap Black Box Theater. Go to the Green Valley Theater Company website for your tickets. What can I say about this show? Mind for the Tribe, an artist versus his brain. This is a labor of love and trauma and torment and insanity that who I like to call my friend Chris Smith has put together. It's a one-person show talking about the trials and tribulations of just being an artist. The people who have seen it have had rave reviews about it. But I want to tell you, this is the final weekend. So if you haven't made it a point to go and see it, what are you waiting for? You need to get your tickets now. This is an amazing show. I've already been talking to him about maybe you have to do it again later on this year or something like that. But we don't know. This may be the one time you get to see this. Mind for the Tribe, an artist versus his brain, is amazing. It's playing at the Uli Theater right now. Get your tickets. Fridays at 8, Saturdays at 8, Sundays at 2. Okay? Don't miss this. Well, is that enough for what's playing right now? Because we got a lot coming soon, too. So you can start booking those dates out ahead when you take a look at this. Big Idea Theater Company is doing Much Ado About Nothing. You gotta love all the Shakespeare that's running around. We've got at least 3 different Shakespeare things going on or coming up right now. They're playing June 7th through the 29th at Big Idea Theater, so get your tickets for Much Ado About Nothing. You know it's going to be quite fun. Tickets are on sale also right now for The True Adventures of Pinocchio. It's going to open on June 7th and play through the 16th. This is a free fall stage production, so if you want more information or if you want to just get your tickets, go to the Free Fall Stage website and check it out. Get your tickets for this and come and see the lesser-known tale of the well-known wooden boy, performing June 7th through the 16th. This one's new and coming up at Sutter Street Theater. It's going to open on the 24th, so it opens in a couple of days, and it'll be playing through June 23rd. The musical comedy Murders of 1940. Murder and music. What could be better than that? This is going to happen on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. and then again on Sundays at 4:30 p.m. out at Sutter Street Theater. Tickets are on sale right now. Get your tickets for the musical comedy Murders of 1940. Also coming to Roseville Theater Arts Academy, they have a wonderful, wonderful program for all ages of young people out there, from the very small wee bitty ones who are like 5 and 6 on stage to the older kids who are like 16 through 18. This is going to be their youth edition with their Young Broadway Players production of Once Upon a Mattress, starting on June 21st and playing through the 23rd at Roseville Theater Arts Academy. Also coming to Woodland Opera House will be Peter and the Starcatcher. This is going to be opening on June 14th and playing through the 30th. This is a great show. If you like the Peter Pan series at all, you will like this show, Peter and the Starcatcher. Then Chautauqua Playhouse really wants you to know this is their final main stage show of the season. So you better get your tickets for One Slight Hitch. This was written by Lewis Black. Yes, that Lewis Black, the comedian. And it's going to be opening on June 14th and playing through July 14th. Fridays and Saturdays at 8 and then Sundays at 2 o'clock. Celebration Arts is featuring their next show, which will open on June 7th and play through the 30th. Top Dog, Underdog. This is a play by Suzanne Laurie Parks and is being directed by Belinda Wilson Rainey. This is part of Celebration Arts' Season of Black Girl Magic, which is their 2024 season. They've had some wonderful shows already and they've got more coming. This will be their next offering, Top Dog, Underdog. Celebration Arts. Tickets are on sale right now. B Street Theater will be presenting its New Comedies Festival. This will be in July of this year, July 17th through the 21st. It's going to be on the Voris main stage at B Street Theaters. And as we get more information on the shows that are happening, the comedies that are being presented, we'll bring them to you. But save the date in July for the New Comedies Festival. Whew. Well, you can't tell me you'll be bored because there's lots to do in town and around town this week and this weekend. There's one I didn't see and I have to check again because we've got some season schedules to talk about. This one we just added last week from NorCal School of the Arts. Their 2024-2025 season will consist of A Midsummer Night's Dream. There's another good old Shakespeare. The Wizard of Oz, a youth edition. Into the Woods, always a classic. Beauty and the Beast, Junior. Clue on stage. Clue is always so funny. And it has so many endings. And it's just kind of slapstick farce, and I love that kind of thing. So if you're into that, join them for Clue on stage. And then they're going to wrap up their season with The Jungle Book Kids. So more info on that is info at NorCal, SOTA, NorCal, SOTA.org. That's NorCal School of the Arts. We already told you about some of the items that Woodland Opera House has coming up because we just shared some of the auditions for at least 3 of these. Legally Blonde, Children of Eden, Mean Girls are all auditioning. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to see auditions coming up for Puffs in another couple months. And then they're going to wrap up their 2024 section of the season with White Christmas. I missed it the last time they did it. I will be going this year. Then they're going to open their 2025 season with Amelie and the Book of Will and the big 1-0, The Prom, and then wrap it up next June, 2025, with Something Rotten. So thank you, Woodland Opera House. You've got lots going on. Volcano Theater Company is continuing with their productions. Their next one that's coming up, they just closed Keep on Laughing, and on June 14th they'll be opening Drinking Habits by Tom Smith, which is a farcical comedy set in a convent where secret sips of wine, mistaken identities, and hilarious hijinks unfold in the name of preserving a beloved vineyard. Pardon me. So, Drinking Habits coming to Volcano Theater Company on June 14th. Then in August of this year, Volcano's going to do Charlotte's Web, children's classic, it'll be wonderful, and then they'll wrap up their year with The Christmas Foundling. Thank you, Volcano Theater Company. Sutter Street has so many, the list is long. They've got an off-Broadway series, and they've got their family series, which is why you think, well, didn't I see them advertising a lot of things? Yeah, They've got things running on stages at all times. They just closed Sleeping Beauty. Pardon me. I'm going to have a candy here because I want to choke. Oh, don't do that. They just closed Sleeping Beauty. They're going to come back with their family series with Rock of Ages on June 15th. And I just told you about the musical comedy Murders of 1940 because they just closed Anything Goes a couple of weeks ago. So they've got that coming up. They're a classic holiday show. And when I say holiday show, I mean the ones for October because, yeah, Halloween. Come on, holiday. Evil Dead, the musical, is one of their classics. If you've never seen it, you need to go. Sit up front. It's definitely the splash zone where you want to be, right? And then they'll always wrap their off-Broadway series with Holiday in the Hills, and they're going to wrap up their family series with A Laura Ingalls Wilder Christmas. Davis Musical Theater Company is just about done with their 2023-2024 season. They wrapped up Into the Woods this last weekend. So it's gone. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you're going to have to wait for that other theater company I just told you about who's going to do it. You got to keep up, people. But they're going to come back on June 21st with The Little Mermaid. So give them some time. You can go see The Little Mermaid. And then that'll wrap up the 39th season of musicals for Davis Musical Theater Company. Thank you, Davis Musical Theater Company. They always got things going on. Did you know that many of our theater companies offer season tickets? Yeah, for a set price, a little bit more money, but you'll get passes to all the shows. Guaranteed seat. It also helps out the theater a lot because they have the guaranteed revenue. So consider that. If you're a big theater goer and you like musicals or you are have a particular affinity to Woodland or Roseville or Davis or any of the others that are out there, consider getting a season pass. It's worth your while. Because Davis Musical Theater Company is announcing their 40th anniversary season, starting with, wait, didn't I mention this earlier? Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde is coming up. They're doing the auditions right now. When Jekyll and Hyde is done, they're going to segue into My Fair Lady. Always a fun show. Then they've got a musical that cannot officially be announced until July 1st, 2024, but will be a musical about show business. It's 42nd Street. I told you I'd tell you. Been telling you for weeks. I know what it is. I'll tell you what it is. It's 42nd Street, which ought to be just great. Then they're going to have Young Frankenstein, Sister Act. I can't wait for that one. I love Sister Act. And then they're going to wrap their 2025 season with The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So, dmtc.org. Check them out. Go to the website. Get your tickets. They have season tickets. You can get those. And then you can go see all of these shows, right? Woodland Opera House is wrapping up its main season series, their main and family productions. They had some great things this year. Peter and the Starcatchers coming up. I got to go and see Damn Yankees. It was amazing. The comedy that they would not announce was wonderful. I got a chance to go and see that. I didn't get a chance to go see Addams Family, and I really wanted to because I was hoping I'd be able to see that one. But darn it, I can't catch it all. They're not like Pokemon. You can't catch them all sometimes. Wow, that's a lot. There's a lot of things going on in our area at our community theaters. They are working really hard to put quality theater on stage for you. Help them out by taking a weekend, an evening, getting a few friends together. Go have dinner and go to the theater. If you are at a theater and you didn't see any of yours on our streams or on our website or on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page, or on our, where else do we put things? We put it all over the place because we want to tell people about the amazing stuff that's going on in the Sacramento Community Theater arena. So, if you didn't see it, you need to let us know and publicize so we can publicize your programs. Go to our shows and auditions page on our website and put in your information. There's a form at the bottom of the page that you can click on. Upload all the good stuff that you're doing at your theater company. Give us a poster or something like that to go with it. Let us know what's happening. And then we can tell people. I can tell people on Tuesday nights when I do this Twitch show. We can put it in our newsletter that goes out to almost 800 people in our greater Sacramento area. We have a theater company to thank. We have a new theater company that's joined as a member theater. Thank you, Empire Arts Collective. We're so happy to have you as part of our SARTA theater group. They have been amazing, and look for a few more things coming. You know, we like to do our headshot days and workshops out in the community area, and you know, we want to take it to different places so people can have an opportunity to go to these different theaters and discover where they are, because sometimes people go, wow, I didn't know there was a theater there. Well, there is, and we want to bring you to it. So stay tuned. We're going to have more things. In fact, we've got a couple workshops in the works too. We've just got to pin things down. Teachers and times and spaces, and you know how it is. If any of you would like to volunteer to help, there's a volunteer spot on our SARTA page also. You can sign up to volunteer and tell us what you would like to do. Because quite often, we have things that come up, and it's like, we had people helping us during Big Day of Giving, and it was great sending out thank you notes and things like that. But a lot of it is left to the board of directors. And somebody was saying to me the other day, they said, yeah, they had heard that SARTA had like 10 people on their board of directors. And I went, excuse me? There's 4 of us that do all this stuff. We hope to bring on more people that would be, committed to seeing community theater be a success. But we can't do it without your help. So consider that. Be a volunteer. Be a board member. Go find a community theater that you can get behind and volunteer with them. I do that. Go usher. Go be a part of, helping at the front of the house, helping them backstage, just any of those kinds of things. You'd be amazed what it takes to put a show up on a stage. So if you can help out with that, volunteer at these theaters. They could use you. If you don't know where to get volunteer connected, let us know. It is also scholarship season. We have our scholarship funds set aside for our youth education scholarships. That's called the YES program, the Youth Education Scholarships. We want to send our young people to these theater workshops and camps and classes that are going to be offered. Now, kids are getting out of school pretty quick. Next couple of weeks they'll be out, and all of these things are happening. Some of the theaters have their own scholarship programs, but if you know children who would like to be a part of that, who just cannot afford that, please come to our website, go to the scholarships tab, and let us know that there's somebody who could use a scholarship so that we can, get that to our scholarship committee and of volunteers. Those are volunteer people. And have them go through that so we can get some folks out there in these classes. We have our theater stipend program. We have given away one, and we have another application that has just come in that I think just got approved. So I'm excited about that, where we can help you. Do you need to, buy paint to paint your sets? Do you need to get wood or fabric for costumes? Do you need to help pay the rights for the actual show? I don't know if you all know how much expensive it can be to just buy the rights for the show, because you have to buy the scripts, multiple scripts, and you get charged by how many times you actually put the production on. It can be expensive just there. So if a theater company needs that kind of help, SARTA's here to help. We have, a limited, a cap on our stipends, but, let us help you. Let us know what we can do, because that's what SARTA's here for. We're promoting the excellence in community theater by any way we possibly can. So let us help you do that, okay? All right. Let's see. If you have not followed us, please follow us on Facebook for sure. We are at SARTA Theaters. Sarda Theaters on Facebook. You can follow us if you're here. Follow us right here. There's a little heart right there. Please tap it. And then the next time that I come on to do the Twitch show, you'll get a little notification that says, hey, Sarda Theaters is getting ready to do something on Twitch. And I'll come and tell you about all these amazing things that are going on in our local community theater, okay? So follow us there. Follow us on Facebook. You can even follow us on YouTube at Sarda Theaters. When we're done with these broadcasts, they're recorded and archived over there. So if there's one that, went by a while ago and somebody was on there with a community conversation and you want to go back and take a look, you can go back and see our archive of our Twitch programs. So they're not gone once they're over with. They're stashed away for later use. All right. Well, I tell you this each week. I'm going to be at the theater this weekend. I hope I see you. If you see me, please say hi and let me know that you saw it on Twitch, got it out of our newsletter, saw it on our website, but that Sarda helped you go to the theater, okay? Go get your butts in seats, theater nerds. We'll see you next time, okay?